All right, you ready? The last video of Chapter 7, Lesson 7.9. We will solve and graph linear systems of inequalities. I told you last video that we were going to move to 2 lines. Last video we did 1 line. This time we're going to get to do 2. Okay? So, here's kind of how it works. We have our system of inequalities. We remember doing this from earlier videos. We have our 2 lines, they intersect, we find the point of intersection. We could have used algebraic, substitution, combinations, all those different ways to solve, okay? Then, last video we did our linear inequality. We learned that we have we find the 2 intercepts, we have a dotted line or a solid line, and then we've started shading. So, I like to think of this as boy meets girl. And then you end up with linear systems of equalities when you put those 2 together. Okay? So we've taken a system and our linear inequality and we've married the 2 together, and now we have a linear system of equalities. I want you to pause for a minute and write down your initial thoughts to this picture. What are you thinking when you see that? Now, don't freak out just yet, because it's actually pretty cool how it all turns out. And I'm going to show you. This is going to be our final product. So I'm actually showing you the answer before we get there. Okay, so you know that when we're done, it's going to look like this. For your notes, you need to sketch this. Okay, there needs to be this graph. Some of you have tried to skip the graphs. No, they're very important. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it does need to be a sketch. Now, we need to back up a few steps, okay? Where did this all come from? Well, this is what you're going to start with. I'm going to start with not 1 inequality, but 2, okay? So here are my 2 separate inequalities. Let's see if I can make that a little bigger so you can see it, okay? We have this inequality and we have this inequality. We want to know what ordered pairs are going to be solutions for both. Not just 1, but for both, okay? Now, I need you to recall some stuff. How could we graph this? You know that it's going to end up looking like this, so we got to graph it, okay? How could I graph just this inequality right here? What could I do? I hope you're saying I could find the intercepts. Yes, stop this video right now and find the intercepts for just this one. We're going to take it 1 step at a time. Here it is. And you can jot down this template, okay? I have the 1 inequality, 4x plus 8y is less than 32. Find your intercepts. Decide, is it going to be a solid line or a dashed line? And then test our lovely 0, 0. Is 0, 0 going to be shaded or not? Okay? 0 of 0 is going to be our friend. It's easy. All right, pause the video right now. Answer these questions. The answer is, there it is, all of it, okay? Your x-intercept should have been 8, your y-intercept should be 4. I hope you said it was going to be a dashed line. We do not want to include any of the ordered pairs on the line. And did you test 0, 0? You plugged in 0 for each of these. We were checking it. 0 is less than 32. So we know when we graph this thing, okay, let's do a little sketch over here. Oh man, that's bad. Okay, let's see, x-intercept was 8, that's over here somewhere. Y-intercept was 4. I know it's a dotted line going through there. 0, 0 did work, so I'm going to shade somewhere below here. That's what this one looks like graphed. You need to do that, okay? Do this right now, okay? Alright, that's 1 taken care of. But this wouldn't be fun if it was just 1. We got to do a system. So here's the next one. Here's our other inequality. Same deal. Find the intercepts, solid or a dashed line, and does 0, 0 work? Go ahead and do that now and come back for the answer. And the answer is, our x-intercept was -3. Our y-intercept was 3. It is a dashed line, and we plugged in 0, 0. 0 minus 0, well, that's just 0. And 0 is not bigger than 3. So will 0, 0 be shaded for our new section? No, it will not be. So, again, here we go. Let's give ourselves a sketch. There's this one. Let me get my different pen. Let's see, x is -3. That's over here somewhere. Y is 3. That's here somewhere. It was a greater than symbol, so that means a dashed line. Okay? And then was 0, 0 shaded? No, it was not. It did not work. So this area gets shaded. Okay? That's that line. Or, I'm sorry, not line. Inequality right there. Now, I'm going to do something. I'm going to see if this works. Let's see if I can group all that. And then I want to copy it. And let me see. Alright, if I match those up. Now, my drawings were pretty messy, but if I put those two on top of each other, now look, here was the first one, and I'm going to try to line it up with my axes. Yours is going to be much neater. Look at that. We get this small area over here where both of them overlap. Okay? Now, I do have a much prettier picture of that. Here you go. You should have done this on your grid. Okay? And here's the final answer. Now look at that. Here was the first line. All of this was shaded below here. Here was the second line. And then we get this dark pink area where we have both of them. These are solutions to both of these inequalities. Okay? That means any ordered pair in this region right here will make both of these true. Now, it wouldn't be math class if I didn't make you justify it. Okay? So I got my pen. And I'm going to pick something like this one right here. What is that ordered pair? -6, 0. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I run -6, I jump 0. Now let's plug it in. Let's plug it into the first one. So y is 0 minus -6. Is that greater than 3? Well, 0 minus a -6, well, we know our rules. We're going to add the opposite or keep change, change. And 6 is greater than 3. Whoop, whoop. Works for that one. Now, let's plug it into the one below. So we have 4 times -6 plus 8 times 0. Oops, I'm running out of room. Has to be less than 32. Okay? 4 times -6, well, that's -24 plus 8 is less than 32. Let's see, -24 plus 8, I want to go back 8, 16, -16, correct me if I'm wrong, is 32. Is -16 less than 32? It worked. Yes! I have graphed a system of inequalities. I have my shaded region where they fit for both, and I have justified it. I know that my answer is correct. Take a minute, write all that down. I'm going to be looking for this graph, and I'm going to be looking for that justification. So don't come tomorrow if you don't have those two things. Okay? And that was the end of this video.